Hey y'all, Jamie here. Proud 55-year-old trans woman from New Orleans. So, where last I left off? Well, you know, me and my good friend Karen, we had gone to this little bar uptown in the Garden District. It was a black club, and I was having a good time until I heard somebody say, "Who the fuck invited Snow White to the party?" Yeah. And then before I could even respond, y'all, my friend Karen, she gets up and she turns around, she hauls back, and I mean, she lays this motherfucker out just cold, right in the middle of the bar, just knocked out cold. His friend tried to buck up, which is when I got in it. And the two of us had a little conflict with these two, right? The one was knocked out cold. His friend, me and Karen both backed his friend up, and we were like, motherfucker, fuck around if you want to. You're going to get fucked up in this situation, we guarantee you. And he like backed off. He got his friend, and they kind of went about their business, right? And we got out of there. It was obviously that night was not going to be in our favor, right? So we go on and we're working. This is probably, I'd say, like a week or two after this, and we're at work at the Monkey Bar. Now, keep in mind, I've said before, the Monkey Bar was located downstairs from the Bangkok Thai massage parlor. Yes, it was. And the Bangkok Massage and Spa, or something like that. I forget exactly. It was something like that. And so, what we used to do, Karen and I would we would go and we would get those bomb pops. They were like the frozen rocket pop bomb pops. They were red, white, and blue, and they were like sherbet kind of popsicles. We would get those and we would stand in the doorway at the club, right? And we would like, oh, two guys in cars passing by during the day to get to get customers into the bar. Look, you had to do what you had to do. And I tell you what, the shit worked. It got people in there. Another little trick I would do is I had a pair of hoop earrings and I would poke the hoop earrings through some condoms, not through the condom itself, but through the wrapper, just through the corner of the wrapper, those orange Trojan, old school orange Trojan wrappers. Yeah, I would poke the hoops right through the corner of the wrapper where it would not harm the condom at all, right? And I would wear those on my ears in the doorway at the club because, hey, guys would come by and they would see those condoms hanging on my ears. And it was like, yeah, sailor, ready for a good time? That's how we partied. Look, that's how we made our coins. And sometimes we would get the customers that were going up to the massage parlor. They would come into our door by mistake and they would be like, is this where I come to get the massage? And I would be like, sure, right this way, follow me. And I would take them right up on the back room. We had a back champagne room in the back of the club, right? And it was back where the courtyard was in the building. And there were like booths and stuff back there, right? So I would take them back there and they would be like, where's the massage table? Oh, darling, just lay down on the table. I would lay them right across the table, y'all, right across the table and rub those massages out and rub those massages out, give them their little happy ending and send them on their way, honey. And, hey, 100, 200 a pop, it was money. It was money. Girls did what we had to do. So, we were working there and there was this other girl that worked there, right? And her name was Chocolate. And this thing went by the name Chocolate. And yeah, black girl. And me and Karen were working with her on the day shift at the Monkey Bar. And so this girl, I was already suspicious about whether or not we were going to have problems with this girl because she would put Vaseline on her vagina. Mm. She would put Vaseline on her vagina so that it would be moist and slick when she would go around to ask for tips for her dancing after she would get off the stage. And she thought that that was cute for them to feel that she was like wet, that they would think she was like wet. Yeah, it was gross. Um, so one day we're in the bar and there's a guy in there, and he's sitting with chocolate in the back row, right at the back row of the monkey bar. And they have champagne cocktails for her. You know, he's drinking whatever he's drinking, and she's got a champagne cocktail. And I get down off the stage and come and ask for a tip for my dancing from the guy while she's sitting there with him. And the guy said, no, no thanks, I'll pass. Now, ordinarily, that would be the girl's cue to be like, honey, what are you doing? Tip that girl, you know, egg the man on and make him feel like shit until he did. That's what you would normally do, right? That's not what happened, okay? So I walk off. I'm like, okay, whatever, dude. I walk off. And then Karen comes and whispers in my ear. Chocolate gets up to go on stage next, right? And Karen comes and whispers in my ear, Jamie, that girl told him your tea. She spilled our tea. She told him. And that's why he didn't give you a tip. Okay. I walked over. I had ordered lunch. There was a full chocolate milkshake there. I picked it up. And I threw it all over that bitch right on the stage. I slung it right on her on the stage, just whoosh, right on that bitch. And if y'all want to know what happens next, y'all know the routine, honey. Be here next time, and I will too. I love you all. I love you all for watching, and I love you for the comments. Thanks. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.